Welcome, Fredlings, to the Freds World Series. This is the second time Freds World Series has ever been hosted. And if you missed the entire last season, do not worry. It is all has been recorded and posted on YouTube and should be linked in the description down below. To save you some time, the Highalnds are back in the World Series and are taking on the brand new team, the Truckers, created by Liam Harrison. On his team, Liam Harrison also, I believe, has Disney 1-2 TV, both leaving the finances. After the finances did pretty well last season, decided to get up and leave and make their own team. We got a lot of great people in chat, like Claude's History Course. If you have not checked out his channel, make sure you check it out. Alien Hunter, Liam Harrison. Thank you for coming out to the stream, guys. I hope the Highalnds win. I also hope the Highalnds win today. It's almost time for the most epic game of the world right now. I hope everyone's doing well. Hey, I watched the streams for a day now. Let's go. 24 hours. Thank you so much. Time not wasted. Hello, Claude. Hello, everyone. Yes, tonight's going to be a big matchup tonight. We're going to be seeing some of the star players at the bottom hand of the screen. You can see the people with the most runs. Bentley Parline on the Highalnds with 10 runs. And in the league, he is leading by 10. Bases stolen. Highalnds have not stolen a single base in this playoff. That might come to bite them in the rear end later on. Looking at some of these other people here, looks like not really too big stats to be worried about, but we could look at some of the playoff stats real quick, season stats. Look at the... Here we go. Here are the playoff statistics for people that are curious about the Truckers and the Highalnds matchup. Even though the best batters came out of the Animates and Moshe, Highalnds have somehow clutched up here, getting their best batter, Bentley Parline, over 500. No Trucker is batting over 500 in this league, and that may, or in this playoffs, and that's something that might bite them in the rear end. And even looking at the Highalnds have dominated in home run batting percentage, with Parline hitting 7, Vivi Drapes 3, Abby Brokey the shorty with a little baddie with 2, and Fowler Grayweather with 2. And the Truckers have 2 big star players here, Freddie Price and Parlo Sawhorse, with 8 combined. Runs batted in, nothing less. Parline has definitely stepped up ever since Furthermore got injured here in the playoffs, and we clearly can see Moshe doing very well, put up a lot of runs, even though they lost to the Highalnds. Highalnds have been scoring big in these playoff games. They usually lose game number 1, win game number 2, and win game number 3. Will they win? Will they sweep the Truckers tonight? We will find out. Moving over to some more batting percentages. Let's see if we can find anybody. Liam Harrison on base percentage, 500. Over 500. Doing very well on base percentage-wise. As well as Parline on the Highalnds. Liam Harrison on base plus slugging at 1.5. Doing very well in that part. Batting, the best batters on these teams are Highalnds taking the top spots, and then Liam Harrison and Freddie Price getting 6 on 6. For pitching-wise, we see Babe Scottish coming in with 2 W's in the win column. Wow, the Truckers coming in second and third place with 2 wins. Chip Valkanchinka and Axe Herschel with both 2 wins. Those are definitely going to be playing here in this playoffs. And Jur Luncaster with 2 saves, with Simon with 1 save. It's been a very rough playoffs for the Highalnds, and Highalnds are going to definitely need to be playing on pretty strong, but I hope everyone is excited for tonight's game. We will see 3 games back-to-back, or 2 games, depending on if the Highalnds or the Truckers decide to sweep here tonight. Some star players to look at tonight are Liam Harrison, Mike Drop, and Mulberry, and on the Highalnds, Grayweather, Parline, and Brokey. Starting pitchers for tonight's lineup is Edward Samplemore and Bud Blanco. Bud Blanco does have a win here in the playoffs, and Edvard Samplemore has not played at all. Very shocking tonight that they are starting a pitcher that has not played in the playoffs here, but Truckers have been doing pretty well, so maybe they do want to start up their whole bullpen for starting pitchers and see what'll happen. Go Truckers, Liam Harrison says. Claude, after stream, if you want to play before I go to Texas. I will probably not be able to play Fortnite. John Mulberry, thanks for coming out to the stream. And tonight, the matchup starts off here in Japan. Highalnds have had home advantage all through this playoffs, and we'll have it here in Fred's World Series. If you did not buy the merchandise last year, there will not be any merchandise this year. Unfortunately, I didn't make any. But the Highalnds and the Truckers going up. Before we do start here, we have not done it the entire playoffs here, and we will be doing it at least for game number, or for the Fred's World Series. So let me get this set up real quick. Please rise for the American National Anthem here. Why is my desktop display going on my other screen? I guess we'll just put it onto this screen, I guess. Please rise for the National Anthem, presented to you by the Chicago Blackhawks and the Blackhawks organization, with Jim Cornelison singing the song.
Well, the good news is...
Well, there we go, Highalnds and Truckers. Tonight's matchup will be a absolute dynamite matchup here, with the Truckers going on the road against the Highalnds here in game number 1 of the Fred's World Series. Fred's World Series did very well last year, with the Highalnds winning the entire season, even though they didn't play too well. In tonight's matchup, the Highalnds are at home, trying to start it off big in here in the Fred's World Series. It's getting started. I had more than three opportunities. I seen Jim Cornelison perform the national anthem a few times at Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, and just an absolute wonderful voice to hear him there. And let's get Bud Blanco starts off game number 1 of the Fred's World Series with a curveball strike down at the bottom of the box, with Rochelle Mulberry in the box for the Truckers, taking strike number 1. It's going to be a dynamite matchup, though. We see the best teams coming out here. Sportsman Dozer scoops the ball up, kicks it over to Drapes, getting out number 1 here in Fred's World Series. It's obviously a lot of stress here in tonight's game. Isn't that right, Claude? Yes, that is right, Claude. Tonight, we see Bud Blanco on the mound, and even though he has underperformed here in the playoffs and in the regular season, he's calming down his nerves there, throwing that curveball in the bottom right of the strike hand zone. They know the Truckers are unable to do that. Big players, they do not swing at the first fastball pitch either, and they will see Bud Blanco try to target that. Bud Blanco does have a very well-versed pitches here, being able to throw the four-seam fastball, changeup, slider, and curveball. And his fastball is not the fastest on the team, only about 88 miles an hour. We see him go up high here. Sportsman Dozer out in the field getting it up, and will kick it over again to Drapes, getting out number 2. Tonight, we have an all-women's officiating crew out on the field, all umpires here. Hopefully, they have some good eyes and get some good calls. We do not want to see any bad calls here, unlike the Highlands have been plagued with. Drapes grounds down and picks up the ball for out number 3. Truckers go scoreless in the Fred's World Series. And the Highlands getting ready to come up to bat with Fowler Gray with Abby Roki and Shorty with a little baddie, and William Dumfrey. Fowler Grayweather batting 400. He was batting 500 at the beginning of the playoffs, and now he's batting low. He won't string at the first ball, and a huge catch there by Rodriguez, I believe. Or the second baseman jumping up there, getting it there. Four-seam fastball not thrown a lot by Sample Moore. Sample Moore goes to a curveball coming down at the bottom, just out of strike zone reach. Abby Brokey obviously does not get a lot of dynamite home run balls, getting 3 balls back-to-back and getting walked here. Most pitchers do not want to throw it to Abby Brokey to show a little batty because she can destroy teams. In this playoffs here, she has gotten on base every single game, and she's brought in a lot of RBIs. Next is Willie. Willie filling in for Neto. Phillips has been plagued with injuries. Phillips is on the roster tonight and may come on in if there is some errors, but she's been plagued. Willie will hit a grounder ball that will get kicked over to second base. Just misjudged there, the second baseman, and will turn it to first to get the easy out. And the best batter for the Highlands here is Bentley Parline, batting over 700 here, and a ton of RBIs and a ton of home runs. And we'll see what Sample Moore can do today. Not trying to throw a lot of balls to him in the strike zone, throwing really high upstairs. Parline has been struggling there, but if a ball comes low, he will usually get a pretty good hit there. A ball is lofted over to the second baseman. That makes out number 3, and that is scoreless after 1 inning. Fun fact, I officially used 99.8% of storage on my Xbox. So you've been efficient. Good to hear. Scoreless after 1 inning. Bud Blanco goes upstairs and tries to get that ball, sneaking there in the paint the corner. Gets called ball. Goes high to the other one with a changeup. Gets called ball again. Bud Blanco goes low in the strike zone for strike number 1. Huge slider thrown by Blanco. Gets swung upon. And will Blanco get his first K of the day? We will see here. Goes low with the curveball. Gets called at the plate. Wow, that was a very questionable call there by the umpire. But is called, and that is a backwards K on the day for Bud Blanco, giving up his confidence. Here is the owner, left fielder of the team and manager, Liam Harrison, number 5, batting 5 in the batting order. And Bud Blanco will throw a pitch there. Gets pretty close to him with a slider. Trying to keep Liam Harrison out of the box. He's been batting really good here in this playoffs, over 500. Goes back to the slider, gets called this time. Blanco throwing really close, gets called again. Strike number 2. Will Blanco go back at the bottom of the strike zone with curveball? Harrison does not swing! That's another backwards K! Harrison just stands up there. Allows 4 pitches go by. 3 of them get called strike. No swings in any of those at-bats. Blanco painting the box. Getting some good calls, and the Highlands trying to keep it going good. Platoon swinging at that first pitch. Harrison definitely had some words with him to tell him to swing at everything that happens. And he does get a good base hit there. Single will go out into center field. Abby Brokey, the shorty, little batty, will have to play that to Willie, the shortstop. Next up is One Disney TV, batting 500 in the playoffs. No home runs, but 4 RBIs with a runner at first. Good way to move it along. He hits a ball, just goes foul. Getting his strike number 1. He fouls off another ball, and Bud Blanco loves to see pitchers foul off balls. He has a really good curveball. Goes to the curveball again. Is chased off by Disney TV 1. Goes to the curveball again. 2 curveballs thrown back to back by Blanco. All balls have been fouled off here by Disney One TV. Some of them were questionable as they were in the strike zone. And this ball goes right past Willie. That will be a base hit for Disney TV. Abby Brokey throws the ball to third base. Truckers with two hits in the beginning of the game. Second baseman Raji. Raji. I'm calling him Raji now. Raji in the box for the Truckers here. Runners at second and first. Nope. RBI position here. And if a good hit is hit, which this is not, this should be an easy out for Abby. Abby fucking judges it again! And that will bring in 2 runners for the Truckers. Highalnds have been plagued here in this playoffs. Many times here in this playoffs. The Truckers, or the Highalnds, have the center fielder and the misjudges where the ball is and allows it to drop on in. Highalnds have not seen that happen very many times. Truckers do capitalize it. I mean, it happens a lot of times, actually. And that should have been an easy out. Now the Highalnds are down here early in the Fred's League Baseball. Blanco trying to get something going. Obviously, he's very heated there that ball was not easily caught there. And Abby Brokey misjudges it. Full count here. Blanco getting close to walking a batter. A steal from second. And gets called strike in the top of the strike zone. That's 3 backwards Ks for Blanco on the day, but he wasn't looking for a backwards K right now. He ended up seeing that, he ended up letting 2 runs up. Not even him, but center fielder Abby Brokey, the short field, a little batty. Ball will be hit out into left field, and maybe the Highalnds do get lucky here. Long bottom, getting a double, finding the gap in right center field. Is able to put himself in the RBI position with Vivi Drapes up the bat. She has 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, batting .400 here in this playoffs, and trying to bring home an RBI after Abby Brokey's mistake. Obviously, a lot of people have mistakes here, a lot of jitters in the playoffs, but Abby Brokey played very well last year in the overall season, and don't see her why she's making a lot of miscues playing center field. She is an outfielder. She usually plays right field. Vivi Drapes hits the ball into the gap in right center field, but it goes over the gap and goes out of pier into the Japanese Gardens. A 435-foot home run in her 12th RBI of this playoffs. Vivi Drapes ties the game up after Abby Brokey's miscue, and Sportsman Dozer is in the box, the right-hand batter. Bottom of the second, game back, tied up. And he hits a single 2 right past the pitcher's mound. We will go see the manager walk out there. Well, Liam's the manager in left field to talk to his pitcher. I've never seen an announcer get that mad. Oh, man, if the announcers are not getting that mad, something's going wrong, because that was infuriating how bad. She should have had that. She said she had it. And then just... Next up is Bud Blanco. The full batting order is in for the Highalnds with a runner at first. Bud Blanco not getting a lot of good base hits, swinging pretty late there on that second pitch. And swinging low, a very high strike ball thrown. And that is out number 1 for the Truckers in the second inning after letting up a home run by Vivi Drapes, the first baseman. Oh, no, the full batting order is right now. Sumeroli bats last year in the playoffs. He's coming in last because even though the pitchers on the Highalnds, most of the pitchers on the Highalnds cannot do any good batting, Sumeroli has been doing pretty well. Gets a full count here. We'll see if he gets the green light. And he gets walked. But Sumeroli is usually the guy that brings the runners around. Not very many RBI positions, but does bring the runners around. And he's now on base with Fowler Grayweather. And he hits a ball down the field, and it looks like the Highalnds will send the runner from 2 to home plate. Will they get there in time? Safe for Sportsman Dozer going from 2 to home plate. And Abby Brokey has a chance to redeem herself here. Highalnds now lead 3-2. Abby Brokey trying to redeem herself here after allowing a big error at the top of the second. She hits a ball down, and she will bring... she will get a single there. Runners will not be able to go around. Just lightly taps it into center field, or a line drives it into center field. And next up is Willie Dunphy. Willie Dunphy trying to get a green light here and bring something home. He does not have any home runs at the my statistic count. Probably will not be trying to swing power here. We'll see what happens, though. High strike called. Very questionable call there by the umpire. Willie Dunphy will hit a ball right past the second baseman, who dives out, bringing the score 4-2. And next up is Bentley Barline. 7 home runs, 13 RBIs in this playoffs. He's hit I believe he hit a grand slam earlier, and does not hit a grand slam here. He will foul out in foul territory, or out in foul territory. And the Truckers 1 out away from this detrimental inning after taking the early lead off of an error. Long bottom in the box for the Highalnds, taking strike number 1 off that fork ball. I think 40 pitches thrown by Samplemore. And 3 balls, 1 strike. Long bottom does not string at a low strike. Samplemore throws a high ball, and the Truckers are blowing a gasket. Score is now 5-2 here in game number 1. Samplemore allowing a walk. Wow. Truckers not doing too hot here, not trying to throw any strike balls after that. And I think this is the time for the bullpen to get warmed up. Samplemore goes down with a line drive to the face. Out called at third base. And Vivi Drapes is unable to get there in time. Or the runner at first base couldn't get to second base in time. Samplemore gets hit with a line drive. And I think everyone can agree that Samplemore should have got hit with that line drive after allowing the Highalnds to score off of a walk. Wow. Samplemore is out on an injury, a body contusion. Bud Blanco throwing 10 less pitches of him, throwing his 31st pitch there. The ball will be going out into right field, and Sumeruli able to make an easy out, number 1. Next up is Sawhorse, the third baseman. Ball will be out to Willie. Willie scoops it up and just heaves it over the Drapes for out number 2. Truckers been blowing a gasket on pitching, and then their pitcher gets hit by a line drive there. Don't think the team is going to be too upset. Sumeruli in right field making out number 3. That is a 1-2-3 inning for the Highalnds. 5-2 going to the bottom of the third. Coming on next in is Sebastian Radical, right-hand pitcher. And Sportsman Dozer in the box. A slider was thrown. Goes back to the slider. Gets called a ball here. Looks like this relief pitcher will try to pitch as much as they can. Truckers have not started their big star players. Remember, Samplemore got hit by a line drive, but that was his first game playing in the playoffs. And was very questionable why he even started. That was going to be a missed call, and will be talked about all day. And talked about for actually quite a period of time. Ball is bunted, and that's a double play there by the Truckers. Caught by the catcher, and then flipped over to the first baseman. I don't know what the Highalnds were doing. Ball will be hit out to left field, going near Harrison's head, and caught at the warning track for out number 3. Big plays there by the Truckers, stopping their momentum of the Highalnds. Getting out of that inning scoreless is good. Isn't that right, Claude, for Chicago? It is. It is great to see the Truckers get out of that inning. Obviously, they have a lot more baseball to be played. Shrug off those last couple innings, and their new pitcher obviously throwing some good balls, and we just got to see if the Truckers can produce. A ball is going out there into center field, caught by Abby Brokey at the warning track. Cheaters trying to kill people again. It was a line drive. He had a fair chance to catch it. F for the pitcher. Next in the box is Liam Harrison wearing number 13 or 3. I cannot remember. Coming in the 5th batting order. Got a backwards K today. Has not swung his bat one time in this play or in this game. Doing very well in the normal playoffs. Not swinging again. Taking another high strike. I'm not sure why he's not swinging. Getting a lot of good calls is Bud Blanco. He does swing here. Goes over to Willie. And flips it over for out number 2. Arnold Platoon, 1 for 1 on the day. 300 in this playoffs. Swings at strike number 1. Blanco goes high with another 4-seam fastball. Abby Brokey will have to catch that and throw it over there to second base.
Now batting, number 20, the catcher.
Next in the box is One Disney TV. There will be a steal here at second base, but will come up short. Oldie making an easy catch in right field. And the Highlands coming back up for some more damage with their best batters of tonight's game in and ready to win. Fowler Grayweather trying to look for that 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Just a little bit off the middle. Outside gets called strike. Goes back to it a little high, gets called ball. A low ball is low 4-seam fastball is thrown and swung upon. Goes back to it again, Fowler Grayweather, and will be popped into the air and easily caught by Raji. Abby Brokey, a walk and a single today. 1 for 1. Trying to swing at a ball good. Hits it into her own old territory. And caught by Freddie Price.
Now batting, number 31, the shortstop.
Questionable call, strike up there on that slider. And another one called. Painting the corners is the pitcher here, but does get singled off. A good swing there by the batter, because that could have been detrimental. The Highlands usually do not get bad calls. Well, they get bad calls very often. But speaking of the best batter for the Highlands, Parline over 2 on the day with a runner at first, trying to do something here. Will probably not get a very good strike ball. We'll see what happens. High strike is called all the way in the attic. And a low one in the basement on that slider. And that will be caught by One Disney TV. The Highlands' best batter is unable to produce here, but they are still leading 5-2 with 7 hits to the Truckers' 4. Welch 1 for 1 today and bringing in 2 RBIs to start the game off, and he will hit a ball into left field. It just is flying out there, and nothing can be really done to stop those fly balls. Trying to look for some contact swingers here to get some runners on the base is the Truckers, and the pitcher will hit a ball over to Parline. Parline miscues and gets a misjudgment. The runner goes from 2 to 3, and fucking Vivi Trace is running slow as hell. There's another miscue by the Highlands. It gets scored in air by Parline. Parline missing the throw. Not sure why he's rushing it here in the playoffs to Fred's the World Series. Rushing the ball from third to first. A 40-yard pass. And the ball will go to Willie. Willie slides out. Throws it to second. Is just too slow. A good play there by Willie to stop the runner at third and first. But just a little bit slow on that dive. Good play, though, regardless. Good play for the Highlands. RBI position here for the Truckers. Even a fly ball will be able to score a runner here. Abby Brokey gets the ball. She will have to throw the ball home. A Trucker will score. And the Truckers narrowing their lead down one gasket at a time. Score now 5-3 at the top of the 5th inning. And Santiago mic drop in. Blanco nearing 50 pitches here on the day. 4-seam fastball is thrown in the bottom corner. And a 4-seam fastball is thrown again. Abby Brokey has to pick the ball up in center field and lofts it all the way over to Parline. At third base, RBI position for Freddie Price.
Right fielder.
A ball is bling-blonged into center field. If Abby catches it this time, it'll be an easy out. If she missed it, the Truckers would have easily tied this game up. Truckers able to come away with 1 run here, 5-3 here in Fred's World Series. Men's long bottom in the box taking strike number 1. Ball thrown. Strike called upstairs. Way late swing by long bottom.
Now batting.
K.
Number 2, the first baseman.
Drapes coming into the game after hitting a home run, starting the game to tie the game back up for the Highalnds. Will foul off a ball. Very questionable swing there by her. Low ball is thrown. And another K for the pitcher on the day.
Now batting. Number 4.
Sportsman Dozer with a walk and a single in tonight's game. Trying to add on to his score. Highland's not doing very well here, and the ball is rocketed to the first baseman, which is caught. Houston, we have landed after that pitch and hits.
Now batting.
Next up is Liam Harrison,
The left fielder.
taking a backwards K and grounding out, trying to get his team started here at the top of the 6th inning. Will ground out once again to Dozer. And Arnold Platoon, 2 singles on the day. Trying to get another one, and he will. Nice by Platoon. Only 5 outs away for the Highlands, trying to win in game number 1 here in Fred's League Baseball and Series, but do not count them out yet. A ball just pops down, and there's a miscommunication by runners. And the Truckers are moving on with the scoring runs on base that tie it up. And Blanco throwing a lot. Runner will go for 2-3. Called safe. The tag is not in time. And runner steals successfully, turn 2-3. Raji Welts trying to bring home the runs here. And Blanco throwing 54 pitches. Looks like his night is almost nearing up. If another run is probably scored, his night is probably over. 3 balls thrown by him. Now must throw a strike ball to keep his team alive. And a walk. The first walk thrown by Bud Blanco. And I believe by any pitcher of the Highlands in this playoffs. We do not see that happen very often. And Dame Thicket coming on the game. A power hitter. Pinch hitter. With the bases loaded like a salami sandwich. Curveball going up high for Blood Blanco. This is the highest pressure position he's been in all year here in Fred's League Baseball. The pressure is extreme. Getting that high curveball called by the umpire. Goes to the curveball again. Goes in the dirt, but swung on. Blanco 1 strike away. This pinch hitter trying to get something happening for the Truckers. Ball will foul off, and it looks like Longbottom is there to catch it out for out number 2. The infield did not even come in for the Islands on that play. They were so confident. They didn't bring it in. 60 pitches thrown by Blanco. Here, bases still loaded. Anything bad can happen. Mulberry coming in the box for the Truckers. Top of the 6th inning. Blanco trying to keep his cool. Throws ball number 1. We haven't seen too many changeups thrown by him. Goes to the changeup, bottom left corner, gets painted at 78 miles an hour. Called strike. 4-seam fastball goes right past the second baseman. The Truckers will round the bases. And the 2 runs will be scored to tie up the game. Trying to shuffle over his Sportsman Dozer is unable to get the bite. And it looks like Bud Blanco's night is over. The game is tied at the top of the 6th. Truckers moving, the gears shifting perfectly. And Simon, the Slovak, the right-hand pitcher, comes on into the game. Wow, we did not want to see it. Highlands fans did not want to see it. Highlands winning the Fred's World Series last year. And Simon comes back in. He has a save on this year in the playoffs. Goes high with a two-seam fastball. A lot of fans here. We see the tweets coming from Liam. I'm not sure why he's tweeting in the dugout saying hashtag Go Truckers. Simon goes with a low curveball, gets swung upon. Simon's one of the best pitchers for the Highlands. Going upstairs with a four-seam fastball. Dozer's able to pick this one up and turns it over the drapes. We're out number 3. Axel Herschel has 2 wins in the playoffs for the Trucker, coming on in as a starting pitcher and is coming to close off the game. Not sure why he's doing that. Simon hits a line drive to Reggie. It looked like it was rocketed to him, but easily caught. Sumeruli in the box for the Highlands. Game tied. Low strike is called. And now the Highlands are back in tied. Sumeruli will get a base hit. And the Highlands trying to produce. Not stealing any bases here in this playoffs. Maybe this is the time for them to steal bases. I'm not sure, Claude. I don't know if that's a good play. Fowler Grayweather in the box. And if he gets a good bite on a ball, he'll be able to make something happen. 1-1 is the count with a runner at first. 2-1. Oh my God, why did he swing at that? It is lofted into center field. That was a walk, and he swings at that. Obviously, a very bad play. I'm not sure why he did it. I think he would have smacked the shit out of his webcam if he had one right now on that bad swing. Abby Brokey, the shorty with a little baddie, trying to bring the runners. She's been on base every single game here, but a huge dive by Rodriguez, and trickling out and pushes it over for a huge stop here by the Truckers. We're going to the 7th inning. Tied and knotted up. 5-5. Remember, these live streams are brought to you by our great sponsors. Brought to you on Twitch by the great people. Liam Harrison, owner of the Engines. Liam Harrison, owner of the Truckers and player. And Liam Harrison with the most bits donated as an owner. Thank you so much, as well as all of our other owners. Zach Daily Games and Alpine for their bits, and every other contribution has always been very sufficient. So thank you so much. The Highlands are going to clutch up is coming from Tree Gaming. Simon comes on into the game, throws a low curveball, and will be base hit out to far further.
Now batting, number 13.
Poked out there.
Right fielder.
Great play. Runner at first place. Base. 0 outs. And in the box is Freddie Price. 4-seam fastball is thrown. Will be lofted and golf shotted into center field. There's a confusion by the center fielders once again. Abby Brokey able to get out number 1. And next up, 0 for 3 on the day. Owner, manager, and left fielder, Liam Harrison. Will hit a base hit, coming up big for his team here in the 7th inning with a single. Runners at first and second. And next up with batting 100% here in the Fred's World Series, Arnold Platoon, the first baseman with a big, powerful hit and contact swinger. Able to bring home an RBI here. Simon has a lot of pressure here. He wants to do something good. He goes to the 4-seam fastball again, even though those last 4-seam fastballs have all been swung upon. And Simon trying to get a K on the day. Ball will go past Sportsman Dozer, and Abby Brokey will have to throw the ball home. Bases are loaded for the Truckers. It's like a full cargo loading up with cheese and wine. And 69, yes. Highlands have been playing bad here in the left-hand batter, 1 TV Disney. Going 2 for 3 in the day. Bases are loaded like a salami sandwich, loaded like a packed-up truck. Top of the 7th inning. Simon trying to keep this away. Keep the Highlands in the game. Goes low with a curveball in the dirt. Almost misjudged there by Longbottom. Not a lot of two-seam fastballs thrown by Simon. Goes to the two-seam fastball here. Gets called ball. 2 balls, 1 out. The infield will come on in for the Highlands. They're moving the infield in. They're trying to get a double play here. They need to get a double play. Curveball is thrown by Simon. Gets called strike in the bottom right-hand box. Painting that corner very well. Looking like Mozart out there. Mozart doesn't paint, Claude. Claude Monet paints. Ball will be going out into center field by Abby Brokey. Abby Brokey catches the ball. Has to throw the ball home. Running from 3. Goes to home. It's called safe. Truckers take the lead at the top of the 7th inning. Sacrifice fly, and the fans would be going ecstatic if they were in Florida right now. But they are in Japan. Not a lot of Truckers fans here today. 6-5 at the top of the 7th inning. A sacrifice fly brings the Truckers 6-5 over the Highlands. Truckers have already won game in this playoff series 6-5. Simon trying to do his might here to keep the game only 1 run away. And with a save already, ball will be going out into center field. Center field, Abby Brokey is shooting with a little patty. It's have to go out there and play. It is a home run for the Truckers. Simon allowing a home run here in this top of the 7th inning. The runs are going away. Rodriguez doing the dab on the mound, and Simon's night after throwing only 15 pitches will be over. Wednesday LeBron coming on into the game, trying to get this final out here in the 7th inning. And will be able to go to Parline. Parline picks it up, gets it to Drapes, and the Islands now have to dig deep. Now down by 4 runs in the 7th inning. A lot of fans. In game number 1, remember this is the best of 3 series. Willie Dunphy in the box going 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and an RBI, but Truckers seem to blow a gasket early on, and now are, wow. First baseman Arnold got pulled out there for another player. I'm not sure why. Arnold had 100% batting percentage, but I think the Truckers are confident that the Highlands are not going to score here. And another base hit singled off here. We got a lot of hope from the chat. I'm telling you, the Highlands are going to clutch up game number 1. Is Tree Gaming. Parline, the best batter for the Highland, 0 for 3 on the day. Trying to get something started here at the bottom of the 7th. Taking ball number 1, 96-mile-an-hour sidewinder thrown. Axe Herschel. Going high, gets called strike there with a runner at first base. Going high again. 3-1 is the count. Parline has the green light. Full count. Whoa! A very questionable call by the umpire. The ball was hitting the top of the chimney. Gets called strike. Wow, that will be put onto the replay booth of getting robbed in the Fred's League Series. Parline getting goal for 4 on the day. Not swinging a backwards K. Ball is chased off by Longbottom. 1 out. 3-1. What the and Longbottom gets a walk. Boom insurance is what the Highlands are saying, or is what the Truckers are saying here with Gyrer Lungcaster coming in the game with getting a win earlier on for the Truckers. But Vivi Drapes might put a boom insurance into the Truckers. She's already hit a grand slam at the top of the game before and hits a home run today. The infield does change for the Truckers. I'm not sure why. Lungcaster trying to start and stop something here, throwing a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Drapes chases a ball off foul. 2-2 is the count. Full count for Drapes. She swings at a low strike. 1 out away from the Truckers, getting their first win here in Fred's World Series Game number 1. Strike called. Sportsman Dozer taking 2 strikes in the top right corner. Runners at first and second. And the ball will be lofted up, and it looks like the Truckers will win game number 1 over the Highlands on the road. Highlands have been... Highlands have played bad at home every single home opener and go home in the top of the 7th inning and allowing 4 runs. The star players of the game are Mentz Longbottom 1 for 2, Arnold Platoon 100% with 3 runs, and Welt Reggie 2 for 3 with a home run. What's up, Luna? Truckers win, dang. We go to game number 2 here tonight. Truckers are trying to sweep the Highlands. Highlands have not been swept all year. King Brooks was supposed to start this game, but got hit by a line drive. And all Highlands pitchers are rattled. I am not sure why. Highlands are going to put in their star pitcher, Babe Scottish, even though she is tense. King Brooks cannot play tonight's game after getting hit in the face with a line drive a few games ago. And the Highlands have to win in a Motor Yard in Florida. 7 innings away from knowing if the Truckers win as a brand new team in Fred's League Baseball, or if the Highlands can push it to game number 3. We will see here. Mentz Longbottom is a little bit injured for the Highlands, but we will see. This is the first time we've actually seen this stadium ever here. Never was used before by any team. 2 balls thrown. 3 balls thrown by Maloney. And Fowler Greyweather gets walked here. Highlands were teeter-tottering the whole game and blow it at the end. Not trying to have that happen here today. Abby Brokey making that vital error to allow the Truckers to have that 2 runs early on. And if she didn't do that, Highlands probably honestly would have been winning. 3 balls thrown very far away from Brokey. Not sure why. And 2 runners. All 4 pitches so far have been balls. Truckers allowing 2 runs. I'm not sure why. Maloney not ready for this, and a double play is made by the shortstop and second baseman. Bad swing there by the Highlands, and doesn't matter. Parline, the best batter for the Highlands, going 0 for 4 last game, needs to get something started here, and he does. Getting off of his jitters, smashing a line drive into center field. Good way to start off to get his groove back in. Longbottom has an RBI position here. And will hit a ball just over. Abby Brokey turns from 2 to home. Will she get there? She gets there. Safe. Highlands lead early on in game number 2 of Fred's World Series. Just over the pitcher's head. Parline and Drapes. Parline and Longbottom on base. Drapes in the box. And it looks like Drapes is not going to get a strike ball either here. She gets walked. 3 walks here. Bases are loaded like a bologna sandwich. And not doing very well in batting percentage-wise, but bases are loaded, and this is the time to clutch up. You only have to be lucky 30% of the time, and that's what he is doing. Allowing 2 strikes to go to the bottom of the corner. Ball in the dirt. Almost a wild pitch. 2-2-2. Ball will go out into left field. 2 runners will be coming home. Runner going from 2 to 3. Drapes gets tagged out. What is she doing? Highlands lead 2 at the top of the first. Drapes gets caught in transition from going Wow. Wow.
Now batting.
Highlands lead 2-0. Drapes gets Liam Harrison's cannon in the left field. Just is able to get there and get Drapes to get Drapes to be tagged out by the third baseman. And wow. Big play by Liam Harrison from left field. His cannon arm able to get it there in time. Just for people that want to be a reminder, we do live stream on Twitch, and this Sunday we will be playing Roblox with subs. So make sure you follow Claude from Chicago on Twitch. And we are back after that quick ad break. Truckers trailing early on, saying that this just looks like Orlando. A lot of construction here in Motor Yard. Ball will be tipped on over. Abby Brokey makes another freaking mistake in center field. She slides out, drops the ball. Is that scored an error? It is scored, not an error. Runner able to get there in time to first base. It was just nubbed into center field, and Brokey just not able to make it in time. Babe Scottish was not supposed to start tonight's game. She is here. Needs to get it up. All Highlands pitchers have been very struggling here in the playoffs. All having a lot of stress. Ball is caught by Longbottom behind the plate. And Santiago mic drop in. Highlands like going to the bottom and painting that corner. And it looks like the Truckers are able to capitalize there. Abby Brokey making out number 2 in center field. Deep center field. And Freddie Price in the box for the Truckers. Ball will be hit back to the pitcher. The pitcher, Babe Scottish, makes in judgment there, trying to go bare hand. And Babe Scottish goes for the bare hand and allows the runner to go to first base. And Liam Harrison has an opportunity here to tie the game up, or at least to bring in one run with an runner at second and first. Scottish is rattled. She has a lot of issues, and hopefully she can able to close up a couple more innings here at the Highlands. Going high and throwing a curveball. 4-seam fastball is thrown. 2-2-2 is the count. Liam Harrison getting 2 Ks on the day last time. See if he goes for it again. He will loft the ball up to Sportsman Dozer, which fucking better catch it. And he does, right by the first base umpire. That ball was just skied. Looked like it was going all the way, but that's if you were a little bit drunk.
Now batting.
Batting order number 8 is Babe Scottish, doing very well in the batting percentage here. And she will hit a ball rocket to Rodriguez. Or Reggie. Reggie was the star of the game, doing very well, contributing to a lot of outs. Ball is trying to find a gap into left center field. Easily caught by Santiago mic drop. And Fowler Grayweather up for the Highlands. On fire. High ball is thrown. Goes high ball again. And once again, Fowler Grayweather swinging at a shitty ball. Out number 3 for the Truckers. Highlands still lead 2-0 going to the bottom of the second. I believe Platoon has been 100% in all games against the Highlands. And trying to stay 100% at every at-bat. Fouling off 2 balls. Highlands going high here. Off of Arnold. And I think Arnold's streak is over, getting out at first base. Doing very well. Disney TV over 500. Hits a ball into left center field. Fowler Grayweather at the warning track. Makes the out. Looked like it was swatted out there, but is unable to get there. Scottish looks like she's shaking it off. Drapes runs it out to first base. Gets it out.
Now
Walked earlier on was Abby Brokey, getting on base every single game and has been walked in the last 2 games, including this one. Gets a high strike thrown. Jamie throwing 30 strikes here. Game number 2 of Fred's League Baseball, Fred's World Series. Throwing 3 balls. With a huge curveball. Abby Brokey hits a ball straight to the third baseman's glove for an out. Highalnds trying to add the pressure on all game long. Not able to get anything going after their first inning of luck. Ball goes into right field and just goes foul. Wow, Willie with a good hit. Willie goes again. Ball will be trailing foul. 2-2 is the count. Top of the third. Full count. Willie has the green light. Willie swings at a garbage ball again. Highalnds been swinging at balls all upstairs this playoffs, and I'm not sure why. Parline getting good today. 1 for 1 with a single. And needs to help the Highalnds get something going. He gets another single. Going 0% last game. 0 for 4. 2 for 2 on the day. Game number 2. And Longbottom 1 for 1. And Maloney, after throwing about 35 pitches, Jair Longaster comes back in the game after getting a big win as a closing save win for the Truckers last night against the Highalnds. Throwing 2 balls on his first pitch. 100 miles an hour, 4-seam fastball down at the bottom. And walks again. 4 or 5 walks in the day. Speaking of a walk, Vivi Drapes. Runners at second and first with 2 outs. High strike called, 100 miles an hour. And a changeup thrown, 86 miles an hour, 2 strikes. Drapes will hit a ball. It goes to the glove of Mulberry with a backhand. Truckers getting out of that inning very quickly. Vertigo Pizza, we deliver so fast it makes your head spin. Sponsor for the 3rd inning transition. Lancaster, pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Going high is Babe Scottish. Babe Scottish only throwing an 88 mile an hour 4-seam fastball, which is Lancaster's slow curveball. Or changeup, sorry, changeup. Ball will be trailing backwards and caught by a Longbottom for out number 1. 4-seam fastball thrown and a huge hit by Rochelle Mulberry. She's locked in. Ball goes to Babe Scottish, who makes a misjudgment. Goes to her glove, unable to close it in time. Single made, and that is scored in an error by Babe Scottish. Wow. Runner at first, trying to go to second. We may see a steal here. Ball will be lofted into the air. Sky high to Abby Brokey. Makes an easy out. Ball will go to second base. 2 outs. We might not see a lot of Babe Scottish here in tonight's game. Seems to be not doing well. Runner goes from 2 safely. Goes from first 2-2 safely. Highalnds are unable to stop those steals, and I think that's why the runners just do it over and over and over, because the Highalnds are unable to stop it. Goodness me! A miscue and a missed throw. Once again, the center fielders and the outfielders for the Islands have been playing garbage this entire playoffs, allowing another drop ball, miscommunication, should be scored as an error. And now the Truckers are only trailing by 1. 2-1 is the score. Bottom of the third. Dozer picks the ball up, kicks it over the Drapes. And the Islands now only leading by 1. 2-1. Those balls that are just popped over there should be easy outs for the Islands, and they're just miscommunications. I do not know why. Sportsman Dozer takes ball number 1 off of Lancaster, that change up. Lancaster does not have a lot of movement on his balls, but throws with a lot of speed, trying to paint the corners. 3-1 is the count, top of the fourth. Full count. Sportsman Dozer will line drive it into Santiago mic drop in center field. And next up is Babe Scottish for the Highlands. Santiago mic drop literally lagged the game. I don't know if anybody saw that. That was actually not the lag of the stream. Scottish just late on that pitch. Looked pretty good, but just a little late. Questionable strike called. 2-2. Scottish just the nick of time behind. Out number 2.
Now batting, number 5, the right fielder.
Sumeruli taking a low strike number 1 with Lancaster's slider. Doesn't throw that slider very often. The ball will go past the mound. Grounded out to center field. Highlands with another hit. Highlands with a lot of hits today, but not a lot of runs. Only winning by 1. Pitched out. It's Lancaster. Lancaster going high again. Lancaster has been a very vital team, being a lung of the Truckers. Maybe even you would say a gasket for the Truckers. Throwing a lot of games here, and he does get pulled out. That's what I thought. Smash Jetterson comes in the game for the Truckers. Bases are runners at second and first. Goes low there. Abby Brokey taking a high strike. This sidewind pitch. Doing well for the Highlands. Full count. 2 outs. Abby Brokey has to swing at the ball. Runners will have to stay at third base. The right field will throw it in. And the bases are loaded with Willie. We're looking ready to hit a base hit here. 0 for 2 on the day, though. Trying to get something started here. Maybe they waited to load the bases up with Willie not doing very well. 2 balls thrown. Oh, right down the middle. Not swung upon. I'm not sure why. 3-1 account. Batter's decision. Another ball thrown. Not swung. Full count. 2 outs. Willie hits a ball right down there. Smashed. And the Highlands have now put this game up by 2 more runs. 5-3 with Parline, the best batter of the Highlands. 2 for 2 on the day. He went 0 for 4 last night. Bases are loaded here, and this is what he loves to see. Looking at the plate, fully loaded and looking ready to devour against the Truckers. Takes a high strike. And he will get a ball. A huge slide by the second baseman. And flipped over. A big play by Raji to save the game. Only now 3-1 in game number 2 of Fred's League Baseball. Liam Harrison in the box for the Highlands. Or for the Truckers. And Babe Scottish not doing too well. Throwing 25 pitches. And a ball ploops in there right in front of Brokey. And Babe Scottish, the only pitcher to be successful against Arnold. Another error off of Brokey. Scooped up by Parline. Safe at first. That was not scored an error this time by Scottish. But she will get pulled out the game. That should have been her 3rd error of the day. And, wow. Wednesday LeBron comes on into the game for the Highlands. Relief mid pitcher. Runners at first and second. The Highlands going to bring the infield in for a double play. No outs, though. Disney TV. Harrison getting a nice single there. Ball goes out to Abby Brokey. Abby Brokey makes an out. Ball is thrown to Parline. Highlands still in the double play position by the infield. Outfielders playing in their normal position. Raji. Well, Raji being the star of the game. Runners at second and first. Wednesday LeBron looking for Wednesday. Goes high with the curveball. Gets called ball. Highalnds' bullpen is not looking too well. They all look very sick. Ball will be going over to somebody. It looks like there might be a miscue again. There's a miscue again by the outfielders of the Highalnds. Letting another ball ploop in front of them.
Number 43, the pitcher.
Highalnds still in a double play position. One out. Truckers with one base hit can easily tie up the game. This is what happened last time. Wednesday LeBron trying to get out of this. Going to slider 2 times, getting called ball. Ball will be going over. Infield fly called. Liam Harrison trying to bring the score up one more at third base. At the run at third base. Next in the box is Rochelle Mulberry, starting number 1 in the lineup. Wednesday LeBron going high for both balls. Full count. Or, no, 3 balls. No strikes. Fully loaded bases. Mulberry with a nice bite there, looking and knowing that the Highalnds go high. Wednesday LeBron trying to get a K or backwards K. Goes high with a 4-seam fastball. Ball goes in the foul territory. Bases are loaded. Fully loaded count. Wednesday LeBron. Triple steal. Chased off by Mulberry. Triple steal. Gets called at the plate. Look at... Oh my God. Wow. A backwards K. I guess got an achievement for that too. Highalnds coming up big with Wednesday LeBron. Stopping the Truckers in their tracks. Men's long bottom, one for one on the day and a walk. Jetterson throws a high strike. Top of the 5th inning. Goes strike again, questionable call. But the Highalnds are not going to complain, I don't think, too much after getting a big slider thrown there by Wednesday LeBron to come on in. And a backwards K for the Truckers. Vivi Drape's in the box. Betting left-handed. 1-1 is the count. Fouls a ball off. Truckers are trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. Sportsman Dozer trying everything in his might to not make that happen. And Mulberry with a nice catch that was smashed over to her.
Now batting, number 7, the third baseman.
Wednesday LeBron. Goes low with a 4-seam fastball. Called and swung upon. Strike. Goes high with a 4-seam fastball. Gets called upon. Strike. She goes to her slider. Willie is able to pick it up. Makes the long throw. Called out.
Batting, number 73, the center fielder.
4-seam fastball thrown up top. Just drifts foul. Big swing there by Santiago. Curveball thrown by LeBron. LeBron goes high with the 4-seam fastball. Parline gets a backhand catch. We're out number 2. Here in game number 2 of Fred's World Series. Ball goes straight to Drapes. Picked up. And out 3. 2 more innings away until game number 2 is decided. Will the Truckers find their jumper cables and jump themselves back to tie or to win this game? Or the Highalnds going to get Fred's luck and get some more runs? Ball is skied and elevated into in the infield. Sumer Uli finishing the batting order, taking ball number 1. Just a little late on that swing is Sumeruli, or a little early. Sumeruli hits at the Platoon. Platoon beats him out for out number 2. Fowler Grayweather with 2 walks in a day and 1 out. With another ball into his roster. He's seen 8 balls on the day. Now sees 10. Does he even bother to swing? Ball right down the middle. Should have swung at that one. 3-1 is the count. He will not miss a second opportunity with a 4-seam fastball straight down the middle. And it is gone. Highalnds with a big home run. Slicing over 415 feet. Fowler Grayweather's 415 feet. His 3rd home run here in the playoffs. Big slice and dice. Looking like it's coming from Vertical Pizza. And Jetterson will come out with Sebastian Radical coming in the game. 5 pitchers on the day, I believe, for the Truckers. Abby Brokey, the shorty with the Labadie, chases off a low ball. Highalnds score now 4-1. Platoon will beat out Brokey. And Truckers allow 1 more run. They should have just honestly walked. They should have walked. Fowler Grayweather, they did it twice. Why not do it a 3rd time? Decides to throw a 4-seam fastball down the middle. Boo! Just diving out there is, what's his face? Liam Harrison able to get a base hit that goes right past Willie. And now is in RBI position for his team with Platoon. Doing very well against the Highalnds with batting percentage-wise. And Highalnds are going to have to try to stop Harrison from going from 2 to 3. Got to get ready for that steal. Bruh. Drapes with the nice dive there. She will have to beat out the runner. Shuffles out, makes a big play. Harrison will go from 2 to 3. 1 out away, though. Highalnds, maybe that's a good position, maybe not. Disney TV batting over 500 here in the playoffs. And hits a ball right into the center field, and it is just gone into the bullpens of the Truckers. And it's 1 run away. Disney TV's first home run of the playoffs. And Reggie Welts in. Wow. Damn. Yes, damn for sure. Truckers making a big play there. Disney TV and Liam Harrison able to come in for the runs. Wednesday LeBron trying to get out this inning. Now was a 3-lead gap. Now has just been softened to a 1. Brokey making an easy out there. A ball that was elevated to her. And Sebastian Radical will get pinched hit for Ricky Sardines. Ricky Sardines is a power hitter. If he's able to get a good bite on this ball, he'll be able to tie this game up. Ball will go foul. Wednesday LeBron throwing 31 pitches. Curveball is thrown by Wednesday LeBron. Goes to the curveball again. Strike called. Full count with 2 bases or 2 outs. LeBron will get the ball to Parline. Parline flips it over the Drapes. Just almost beat it out. And the 5th pitcher on the day coming on in. I believe 5th pitcher on the day. Or 6th. I don't even know. We got to take a look at the end of this game. Axel Herschel played against the Highalnds last game. Golden batter out here. This is Liam Harrison, the founder of the Highalnds. Looking really good here in Florida. Vertigo's Pizza sponsored once again. Remember, these games are all brought to you by the great subscribers and bit donators on Twitch. One of them being Liam Harrison here, playing big for his team here. Trico and Liam watching to the end. Willie hits a base hit into center field. And the Highalnds clapping big. Parline 2 for 3 in the day. 2 singles. Counting those 2. And 1 runner at first. Takes ball number 1 from Herschel. Ball number 2 from Herschel. Chases off a high strike ball. 3-1 is the count. Top of the 7th inning. And Fred's League Baseball. Bases are loaded. And walked is par line. 1 run decides this game. Highland trying to make it more than 1 run here. With Ment's long bottom here. Coming in for the Highlands. Takes ball number 1. RBI position for him. Swings late at a pitch. Questionable swing. 2-1 is the count. 3-1 is the count. And bases are loaded like a truck's cabin. I don't know if the truck's cargo trailer. Wow, Vivi Drape's 0 for 2 on the day, hitting a grand slam against the Moshe Jets just the other day. Getting a go Disney in chat. Wow, a damn. 4-3. Remember, Truckers trying to sweep the Highlands. Highlands have not been swept at all. Except for against the Frozen Maples in the regular season. Are the Truckers shipping frozen maple syrup? We'll find out here. 3 outs away. Drapes takes a high ball. A lot of speed at third base. She is definitely going to sacrifice 5 this year. She gets an opportunity. Taking a strike. 3-1 is a count. Fully loaded. Drapes hits a ball and finds the gap into left center field. 2 runners will be going. 2 runners are going. A slow at bling blong. The score is cut and changed to half. 6-3. Highlands lead with Sportsman Dozer. Highlands fans cheering all the way back in Japan. Top of the 7th inning. Sportsman Dozer hits it a garbage ball. Here in Fred's League Baseball. Fred's League World Series. Game number 3. Wednesday LeBron throwing a lot of pitches. And the 6th pitcher on the day, John Murphy. John Murphy. He's a part of the stream too. Wow, I didn't know there was 3. I didn't know there was 3 people on Liam's team that actually, wow, John Murphy. Wow. Highlands lead 6-3, and I think this is where the Highlands will bring in the substitution for Wednesday LeBron. Bringing in Rick Roll, trying to dance over their souls, trying to give you up, not trying to let you down. Trying to do the Rick Roll here. And he will let everyone down there, that's for sure. The runners are getting caught up there. Out at second base. Whoa, 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 whoa. Called out at third base. Rick Roll does get to first base successfully, but the runner is caught out at third. Big curveball, big changeup thrown by John Murphy. And a base hit by the Highlands again. Bases are loaded. Runners will stay at third. 6-3, top of the 7th inning. With Fowler Grayweather hitting a home run earlier on to bring the game up even more. I don't think anybody wants to throw him a strike ball. Maybe allow him to walk here, bring the score 6-3 and just take their chances. He gets beanballed! And the score goes up 7-3 with Abby Brokey, the short little baddie coming up. 7-3 for the Highlands. Here in second game of Fred's League Baseball, Fred's World Series. Keeping hopes high, keeping the trees a-growing in Japan for the gamers over there. Abby Brokey will hit a ball straight into Mulberry's glove. Rocketed to her. And a big play here today. Mildred will be coming on in for the Highlands. Not one of the best pitchers for the Highlands, but can throw a very fast fastball, only needing 3 outs. 7-3. Very hard for the Truckers trying to get a sweep, but it can be done. We saw the Highlands almost pull a huge upset over the Moshe Jets, scoring 5 runs in the 7th inning to tie the game up here, and if they're able to tie up the game here, Truckers will be able to push it into extra innings. Slider thrown by Mulberry, or by Mildred, to Mulberry. And a backwards K. 2 outs away from the Highlands, pushing this to game number 3 in the Fred's World Series. Let's get some hype and chat. Trucker fans here in Miami, Orlando, Florida, Disney World. Getting hyped up. Trying to wait for Sawhorse to produce something. Mildred goes high with a 4-seam fastball. Fouled off. Not a lucky fan on that ball. Not very many lucky fans in the series. Confusion here. Out. 1 out away. Hype and chant from the Tree Gamings, the Japanese trees. 1 out away with Santiago. Mike dropped the center fielder. Go Highlands. Go Highlands. Slider thrown. Picked up by Willie. Out to number 3. Highlands get a achievement called Tourist. I think that means we have officially played at every single field. Highlands win. Beat the Truckers at home for game number 2. Wow. Box score brought to you by the great fans and subscribers on Twitch. The Highlands win 7-3. Highlands starting off strong. Truckers just falling behind. It looks like the Truckers brought in 6 pitchers, while the Highlands only brought in 3. In a 7-inning baseball, you don't see that happen very often. Babe Scottish was not set to start, but came in with an ERA, an error, and an ERA of 11. The star players of tonight's game. 1 TV Disney, Bibby Drapes, and Fowler Grayweather with a big home run. 1 more game, and the season will be concluded. Will the Highlands be repeat back-to-back champions, or the brand new team Truckers upset them all? Claude for Chicago needs to get some water. We'll be right back in a few short seconds. Upset is brought to you by Liam Harrison. Having fun. 1 more game away here. Highlands playing big, just getting a nice win here. Let's see if we can find something here. Almost ready. Start game number 3. We look at some of the strikeout leaders here. John Murphy throwing a lot of strikeouts, but Schlakowitz throwing 11. I'm not sure what team that person plays for. If they play for the Truckers, they might as well start. I don't know what I was looking for. 7 more innings of baseball to be played. Vivi Drapes, the RBI leader. Parline next. Freddie Price for the Truckers. Sawhorse for the Truckers. Very close for everyone. John Murphy starting tonight's game. King Brooks coming off of injury, getting hit by a line drive. Trying to get something happening. They need to win. The Highlands are going to Japan, seeing these beautiful Japanese trees. Series tied 1-1. This is the championship deciding game. We have waited all season for this moment right here. Final game of Fred's League Baseball Season number 2 in the Fred's World Series. Get some hype in the chat. Truckers take on the Highalnds. Last year, the Highalnds have won it all. Wow, the brand new team, the Truckers, introduced in the season by Liam Harrison, playing last season for the Finances as well as Disney One TV. John Murphy added to the Truckers this season, trying to add on to his roster, play well. John Murphy starting off on the mound here. Let's go, Truckers, let's go. And King Brooks, after getting an injury, is able to throw a high strike ball. Ball comes right back to him. He's able to scoop it up. Very scary. His first pitch back almost goes right back into his face. King Brooks is a king here for the Highalnds and is trying to shake off that negative energy, that negative juju. Going with a slider and a slider. One called ball, one called strike. Trying to keep his hopes alive for his team. And Matt, furthermore, the most talked about player during the regular season, is not playing tonight's game with a broken wrist and a career-ending injury, but is in the dugout tonight. Sawhorse pulled a muscle strain there, just coming on in at the bottom left hand of your screen. Sawhorse, one of the good batters for the Truckers, now just getting hurt, running from home to first. I'm not sure what happened there. Curveball called strike. But, or cut fastball called strike. But furthermore, sitting on the bench tonight game after coming out of Dr. Brown's Japanese hospital. Ball goes back to King Brooks, but not goes past him. Turned successfully, though, by Sportsman Dozer. Scoreless after the top of the first. John Murphy coming on into the game, one of our CFC subscribers here on YouTube. But furthermore, trying to keep up his team, keep up the hype. One of the best batters, one of the best center fielders. And if he was here, he probably would have... The Highlands probably would have swept a couple games. Sawhorse will have to come out the game, though, with a muscle injury. And Blake will have to play third base. Very weird. Platoon is at third base. Blake at first base. There was another change after that change. John Murphy with a strike and a ball. Ball into the gap, into right center field. It's just over the wall. Fowler Grayweather getting the cheers from the Japanese cherry blossom trees. His 4th home run and his 8th RBI in the playoffs. Highlands starting it off strong. When the Highlands lead early, they win big games. Abby Brokey swinging at a garbage ball. Platoon going from first to third, making a spectacular dive for the Truckers to keep this close, 1-0. Willie coming up clutch for the Highlands last game. Trying to come up clutch again. And gets walked. Power line, 7 home runs, 13 RBIs, batting 500 exactly. With a runner at first. Takes strike number 1. And does hit a bad ball. This should be a double play for the Truckers. Nope. Just beats it out his power line with his great speed. Able to get long bottom to bat on in for him. But it is called out at second base. Long bottom not getting a strike. It looks like he's getting pitched out by John Murphy. Then goes to a curveball. Then pushes up Murphy. He's been all over the board on this at bat. Painted a top left corner for strike number 2. And a ball will be going into center field. Is sadly elevated for an easy out by Santiago. Mic drop. Getting a lot of boos from Truckers fans. Not a lot of Truckers fans in tonight's chat for a Fred's League series. Fred's League Baseball in the Fred's World Series in game number 3. And this is deciding it all. Getting a lot of woos, though, from Highalnds fans. It's only 1 run away. King Brooks playing very well in the top of the first inning. Throws a 4-seam fastball. Goes over the drapes. She will backhand it. Backhand catch. And catch it. And chase it out. Liam Harrison playing well. Last game, not very well in the first game. Takes a curveball. Called strike. 4-seam fastball goes high, called ball. Trying to get something started for his team. Willie makes a huge jumping catch. Wow. Almost going over his head, but a big catch there by Willie. Harrison going out. Ball will go back over to Willie. Willie scoopy doopies and gets a double scoop of ice cream. Highalnds get out of that inning. 1, 2, 3. Next up is Drapes, Sportsman, and King Brooks. It is the Fred's League Baseball playing well in the Fred's World Series. Only 7 innings of baseball to be played and already 1.5 gone. Drapes in the box for the Highalnds, the first baseman. Playing very well, but hits a line drive to Rochelle Mulberry for out number 1. Second baseman, Sportsman Dozer, in a box. Will hit a ball. It is going into center field. Will it get there? It's at the warning track. It is hitting off the wall. He should have kept running. We'll take a single, looking to mingle. Almost there. Almost another home run with King Brooks in the box for the Highalnds. Taking ball number 1. Bottom to second. Highalnds are unable to steal there. I'm not sure why. Dumbass is caught out in the transition. Oh my God. Truckers pulls the horn. Stops the Truckers in place. Miscommunication there. Trying to go for a steal. Every time the Highalnds went for a steal, they have always failed. Successfully failed. To allowing the other team to score. I think that's the last time the Truckers will try, or the Highalnds will try to steal. Truckers being successful. Liam getting 2 stolen bases in this playoffs. In this series. Ball goes over to Willie. Willie throws to the Drapes just in a nick of time. And John Murphy, pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Love to see it every time. See if a pitcher can out-pitch another pitcher, or if a pitcher can out-hit another pitcher. It's always loved to see that. Backwards K. John Murphy not swinging. The batting order comes through with Sumeruli for the Highalnds. Taking a high strike, number 1, questionable call. Ball. Ball 2. Ball will trickle past John's feet, looking very close, going right next to his cleat. But that ball was corked out there off that line drive. Fowler Grayweather hitting a home run. Trying to go for another home run here. We'll doubt if he gets another ball right down the middle. Every time he's gotten a ball down the middle, he's produced. And I'm not sure why they keep giving him the ball. Sumeruli at first base. And walked again. Nothing but surprise. No surprise by Highalnds fans. And John Murphy getting pulled out for Sebastian Radical. Throwing in 3 games. The infield is coming in for a double play for the Truckers. This is a time for them to get a double play. Must needed. Abby Brokey chasing off a strike ball. 2-2 is the count. Full count. And walked. Bases are fully loaded with 0 outs. Willie Dunphy getting a walk in the first inning. Trying to bring home another RBI. The infield still plays his double play position, if you see the top right of the screen. Willie taking 2 strikes. Willie hits at a ball. It's going to be gone. Grand slam ham. Willie's second home run at 452 feet. It's been all Highlands early on. Bentley Parline in the box at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Taking strike number 1. And will ground it out, nubbed over for an out. Rigged. Wow. Base hit. Hit. We'll have to go to Santiago. Mic drop. Nice shot there, Islands. 5-0. Getting a absolutely weaponized. Truckers carrying the wrong ammunition today with another home run by the Highlands. Vivi Drapes' 5th home run. 4-2-3 feet. Too bad there's no fans out there in center field because they would have been selling that on eBay for more money than my retirement fund. 7-0, bottom of 3. Here at game number 3 of Fred's World Series. King Brooks batting number 5. Swinging late. King Brooks, the pitcher, putting a ball pretty far, but not far enough. Yeah, especially when I can't do anything. I know, Liam, sorry. Considering Liam has played so well and has been so nice to this channel, he will have to scoop this ball up, flip it over. Another base hit by Summeruli. And Fowler Grayweather in the box for the Highlands taking a ball. He got walked earlier on and hit a home run in his first at-bat. Will be scooped up by Arnold. We will make it somewhat fair for Liam Harrison. We will bump up the difficulty to even harder than very hard. Let's bump it up. Liam has been such a contribution to this channel. We will bump up the difficulty to good luck difficulty. Okay, Liam? We'll put it on to good luck difficulty. And we'll see if the Highlands are able to win off of this. Having a 7 lead padded. Ball will just go by. I feel like Claude will not be playing on good luck difficulty very long. Miscue by Fowler Grayweather. Going right down the left base line. All the sponsors leaving. The TV clicks off. I hope he doesn't leave. I literally put it on good luck difficulty. Highlands going for the shutout. Ball will go over to Willie. Willie has to make a decision. Decides to throw it to first base. Runner goes from 2 to 3. Out number 1 played. Strike thrown by King Brooks. Low ball thrown. 4-seam fastball is out there. Four-seam fastball is smacked all the way into center field. This will be a sacrifice fly. Truckers will have the runner go from 3 to home. Brokey tries to throw a cannon. Not furthermore, though. Hot Truckers score. 7-1, top of the 4th inning. King Brooks trying to get out of this inning. Playing very well to this point. Ball will go over Parline's head. Will he hit the back wall? Fowler Grayweather had to throw it to second base. Safe. A nice double. Next up is Liam. Curveball thrown. Parline slides out. Willie slides. And the ball will be thrown home to keep the runner from going from 3 to home. Truckers are moving into position.
Third baseman.
Runner 1 out away. Highalnds trying to get this final out. Kingbrook goes high with the curveball. Gets called strike. Slider thrown at the bottom. Swung upon. Dozer makes a nice catch. Truckers getting some momentum in the 4th inning. Next up is the Highalnds, and Sebastian gets pulled out for Jetterson. All these pitchers have played in every single game. Brokey swings at a high strike ball. And we'll get a ball right back to Jetterson's glove. Hitting out number 1. Willie hitting a home run on the day, 1 for 1 with a walk and 4 RBIs. Will hit a ball, just goes foul. Wish that one stayed a little bit more in. Willie sleeks at a garbage ball. Easily elevated to the center fielder, Mike drop. And Parline 0 for 2 on the day. Did very good, very bad in the first game here at home. Did very good at the second game. And trying to get something started here in the third game to keep the Highalnds moving on. He gets a single. That's all he wants to do because he wants to mingle.
Now batting, number 8, the catcher.
Mentz long bottom. 1 for 2 on the day with a runner at first, 2 outs. Swings at a ball. It will be popped over to right field. Making out number 3 is the Truckers. The difficulty is now bumped up to good luck difficulty. It's going to be a lot harder for the Truckers for the Highalnds to play well. It's going to be going all Truckers probably from here on out. Slider thrown to Disney TV. The ball is pumped all the way over there. What is Abby Brokey doing? She has a missed throw. Parline has to come out the third. Oh my God. Runner at second base. Outfield playing very bad ever since Furthermore has been injured. Willie dives out, gets the grab, throws to the first, gets an out. Runner, Disney TV goes from second to first, third. Tailwind comes in the game as a pinch hitter for Jetterson. Ball will be lofted to, oh my God, where is my guy? Is he going to catch it? Caught out by left field and Rochelle Mulberry. Trying to bring home another run. 7-1 Truckers trailing Highalnds. Game number 3 of the Fred's League World Series. Mulberry swings at a ball in the dirt. Truckers are able to get out of this, or Highalnds are able to get out of this. Axel Herschel comes in the game again. Ball will find the gap in left center field, hitting the steel sign, or the 394-foot sign, is Drapes. Good luck difficulty is apparently not hard enough. Dozer, 2 for 2 on the day.
41, the second baseman.
RBI position for him. I'm so sorry, Liam. Questionable strike called. The same pitch goes back, gets called ball this time. 2-2 is the count. Bottom of the 5th. 7-1. No outs. Fully loaded. Drapes at second. Backwards K by Dozer.
Now batting, number 27.
King Brooks. This might be the time for King Brooks to come on out. It looks like they will be playing the bunt. And with that being said, King Brooks will be coming out for the pinch hitter, Rick Roll. Infield goes back to normal positions. 2 questionable calls called strike. Rick Roll will be rolling over their graves with Drapes turning from 2 to 3. Bringing the score 8-1 in Fred's World Series. Highalnds adding on to the lead trying to be back-to-back champions with Sumeruli taking a strike number 1. Rick Roll doing very successful, bringing home an RBI. That's what pinch hitters are for, coming up big in these big playoff positions. Sumeruli will get Rick Roll out at second, but be save himself at first. Axel Herschel will be brought up for Lancaster. Lancaster comes into the game, throwing a 100-mile-an-hour slider. Huge swing there by Fowler Grayweather. Chased off by Fowler Grayweather. Fully loaded and 2 outs, 1 runner at first. Fowler Grayweather chases off another ball. Fowler Grayweather hits a ball, and he will get a double off of that. Will they risk it to run home? They will not. Not enough speed there, and would have got it called out. And next up is Abby Brokey, the shooter with a little baddie. She's been 100% this entire playoffs with the 0 for 2 on the day. Trying to get herself a base hit. This would be time for her to do it. Chases the ball foul. And it will not be this possession. Top of 6. Highlands blowing out the Truckers in game number 3. A lot of the sponsors have been leaving. I'm so sorry, Liam. Simon will be coming out into the game for the Highlands. One of the greatest pitchers for the Highlands. Strike number 1. I guess the fans want to see the Highlands win all the time. I guess so. Miscommunication. Not sure who was going to get the ball. Simon will turn it over, though. Goes right back to him. I put it to good luck difficulty. I'm sorry, Simon. Or Liam. I can bump the difficulty up again. Hold on. I'll bump the difficulty up again for you. Because you've been such a good contribution to this channel. I will bump the difficulty up to 100%. 99%. Not even 100%. Because you can't go to 100%. Impossible difficulty. Here in Fred's League Baseball. Simon goes high. Holy shit. Should have been caught there by Drapes, even on impossible difficulty. Miscommunication! Wild fucking ball thrown. Oh my god. Truckers getting a double off of that. Liam Harrison. Liam Harrison in the box. Not swinging at ball number 1. The strike zone literally got smaller on impossible difficulty. Ball will go over to Willie. Willie flips it to Drapes. Highlands, 9 outs remaining in this game. Truckers trying to pull off a miracle. High strike thrown. Whoa! Wow. Truckers getting a lot of heat after that. Talk to. Chased off by Parline. Wow. 2-2 is the count with 1 out. Wow.
Now batting, number 8.
2 outs for the Truckers. Ball will be easily caught here by right field, and the Truckers are going to need to gas up, diesel up, oil up. 7 runs must be scored on this inning, playing on impossible difficulty as Claude from Chicago's Highlands. 3 outs away from the Highlands being repeat champions in Fred's League Baseball in the Fred's World Series. It has been an absolutely phenomenal series, hasn't it been, Claude from Chicago? It has been. We've seen the Highlands play very well. Brand new teams that came to the league play very well. The brand new teams are trailing here. Getting 3 of the 4 teams in the playoffs, but all have fell short to this moment. Truckers are not trying to fall short. Truckers are trying to be the underdog rookies to get this win. Arnold playing very well in the first 2 games. A ball is miscued there again. Oh, save by Willie! Diving out at the last second.
Number 20, the catcher.
Big save. Disney TV grounds it out to Parline. And 1 out away for the Highlands, winning the World Series back. Fred's League Baseball. Fred's World Series back to back. And it will be done. Dozer scoops to Drapes. The Highlands win. Highlands win. Furthermore, coming off the bench to cheer his team on after coming all the way from a broken wrist injury. Highlands do it again. Back to back. What an absolute wild game here with the star being brought up. Thrown in the air, Willie Dilly. Big plays. Congratulations to the 2021 Highlands and the 2020 Highlands winning back-to-back World Series. Liam Harrison, thank you so much for a phenomenal series. Playing very well. The Truckers just falling short. Rookies. Rookie teams, 3 teams of 4 made it successfully into the playoffs. Highlands playing big at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Playing very well. 5 pitchers for the Truckers, but the Highlands only playing 2. And our star players of the game, all hitting home runs, was Fowler Grayweather starting the game off 2-3. Vinny Drapes 2-3. And the star and MVP of this Fred's World Series is the player that played half the season last season and got benched. And this season was benched and came in clutch. And played clutch in the Fred's World Series, getting the MVP in the nice, beautiful Camaro, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Willie Dunphy. I want to thank once again all of our sponsors and our biggest sponsors, Liam, having fun, for all your support this regular season on Twitch. Unfortunately, his team falls short, and the Highlands win back-to-back Fred's World Series. Sadly, I cannot sell you any merchandise this season, but I do want to thank our special sponsors on Twitch for making all these games possible. GG's to the Truckers for playing a phenomenal season, and the Highlands for winning once again. Sweeping. Thanks for not sleeping on us. We did not sleep on us. And I'm sorry, Liam. I bumped it up to impossible, but I guess little too late. Let's look at the statistics before the game is over. Let's look at the Highlands playing and losing every game number 1 in this playoffs, but winning all the way back. And look at the season standings and seeing where every team has started. Truckers, both number 1 seeds playing against each other. Truckers playing well, 11-5 in the season, and Highlands 3-1. Look at some of the star players and team statistics. Our league leaders. Parline in the playoffs. Or let's see. The most home runs in the regular season was Amet Furthermore, and then Parline was 7, and then Furthermore got hurt, and Parline was now the best home run batter. Best batters in the regular season was all Highlands. And in the playoffs, it wasn't Highlands. It was every other team. Batting in the regular season, hits, extra base hits, and strikeouts was Highlands. In the playoffs, it was Highlands. Let's see the star pitchers of the playoffs. Babe Scottish with 2 wins. Axel Herschel with 3 wins for the Truckers in first place. Wednesday O'Brien with 2 wins. The regular season, Babe Scottish with 4 wins. And that is all the time we have for tonight's broadcast. I want to thank every single one of you Highlands fans, Fredlings, Trucker fans, Jets, Maples, Animates, Hippies, Zappies, Zebras, Blind Sheep, and every other team, Engines, for coming out and supporting Claude from Chicago and the Freds League Baseball and the Freds World Series once again. All playlists can be found in the description down below, and our great sponsors on Twitch brought this all possible for you. We will see you next time with another live stream or video here to come on this channel. And remember, a real Fredling makes their own luck. Thank you, Tree Gaming and Liam Harrison, for sticking out to the end.